At the source of all life, there is water. On Mars, where it is rare, water is a source of conflict, struggle, and death. Since the turmoil, there have been unending wars, fought over the possession of clean water. We are the forgotten children of Earth, trapped in this red, barren wasteland. Here, hell is not a concept, it's our reality. And the reality is that every drop counts. Then there were the unfortunates, caught in the full power of the sun's radiation, forced to deform, mutate into unrecognizable monsters. The others, the ones who remained similar to our ancestors in likeness, hid under massive metal shells, governed by water corporations. But in the slums, people's lives aren't worth much more than the mutants. And I would know. That's where I spent the first 10 years of my life, under the boot of the Vori. Of course, in despair, there is hope. Some have begun to explore, travel even, from corporation to corporation, leaving their loyalties behind. We have organization, structure, and inevitably, politics. We have rulers, a people's assembly, and far removed from us, the Dowser, the inaccessible face of abundance. And finally, there's us, the elite protectors of the people, the spearhead of the army, my brothers and sisters who all share the same special gift. We are Technomancers.
Ahoy, Zachariah.
Scott, you came.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Sure, my memory isn't what it... But I remember to write things down on my calendar. Although I do sometimes forget where my calendar is. Anyhow, I knew your last cadet mission was today. Any nerves? If it's any consolation, you look more than fit enough.
No, I'm good. I'm ready.
Yes, healthy flush of the skin, no rapid eye movement. You don't look stressed out. Very well, I won't bother you anymore. Oh, but if I can bother you, just a moment. I recently acquired a batch of materials that can improve your gear. It's not much, but I thought you'd like it. Still can't believe you're going to be an officer soon.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Scott. Means a lot.
Ah. I fear we've dilly-dallied on pleasantries. Your master, Sean, waits for you in the courtyard. So stiff, that one. I fear his spine is concocted from steel. A spine prosthetic. How interesting. What if... Oh, and stop by the clinic and come shoot the chit-chat. No, that's not... Just don't be a stranger. If you feel ill or need a hand, come see me. I'm always glad to help. Good luck, my boy.
Thank you, Scott. Will do. I promise.
fucking Mancers. Every time they come around, something new is broken. I fix it, they break it again. I fix it, they break it worse. I'm a modern fucking Sisyphus tasked with pissing in the ocean.
Oh, shit.
Zachariah, today, as you know, marks your final mission as a cadet. I trust you are prepared.
Of course, Master. Ready, willing, and able.
And a little nervous. Normal and expected. That's why I have gathered together your usual instructors to allow you to warm up and prepare. It's for you to ace the tests for each fighting technique. Prepare yourself. And once you are ready, join me at the station. From there, a train will take us to the mission site.
Thank you, Master.
If you would like to practice your technomancy techniques or care to do some staff training, I have time.
I'm always honored to learn what you have to teach.
Excellent.
I'd advise you to not try anything.
Who the hell swapped out my soldiers for you shit stains? Get it together!
Would you care to fight again?
A little brush up on my technique had never hurt.
Indeed. Remember to attend to your surcharge risk. I would hate to have an accident. prepare to fight again?
I would love to. Another time, Master. Thank you.
Of course. Keep in mind, a well-trained staff can be quite formidable. And as you know, the control over our technomancy is what makes us unique.
How about a little self-defense training?
Sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go.
I'd advise you to not try anything.
Care to go again?
Maybe later.
Your call. You're gonna wish you had some good defensive training, though, when you find yourself in trouble.
Want to test your skills with a knife and a gun? Not really in the rule book, so if you do, need to be discreet.
Let's do it.
All right. Go again?
Another time, maybe.
Don't underestimate stealth techniques, or how much faster you can be in combat with light weapons.
Soldier, please let me in.
Hey, heard from Captain Sean you're heading out to the station. You leaving now?
Yep, already ready.
Halt! Stop right there. We're conducting a search.
Look at this piece of shit. Well, what do we have here? Road trash seems lost, don't it? You forget we don't want your kind around here, trash. Move your sorry ass out of here before you find yourself bleeding from both ends. I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to speak! Did I? You useless piece of shit! Why would I want to hear what you have to say? Fucking waste of space! Please, I just... Shut your mouth and just fucking die! Your corpse will feed the rats. At least then you'd have a purpose.
Such a waste of life. A waste of space. Am I right? A rogue is a Zack, right? You can dress him up, but...
Fuck off, Alan, before I...
Zachariah, we're leaving. Certain people are graduating to the rank of officer today, while others aren't even worth the expense of their time or energy. Let us be off to more remarkable things. Look, Zach, we are heading for the dome. It was built by the first settlers, a relic itself.
And what's there for us?
According to reports, looters. who, in our interest, it would be best to keep out of the dome. Zachariah, do you remember your first lesson?
On the scarcity of life?
Indeed, the very one. Kill a fellow unfortunate and, in this hell, only the more alone we will become. Disable the looters, but spare their lives. We encroach our destination. Take note that enemy forces lie in wait. There, the rocky outcrop. Scale it and report back your findings.
There are looters gathered at the dome's entrance. A lot of them. But they're not equipped to be more than a nuisance.
Take care nonetheless, Zachariah. That guard there, separated from his group. Sneak on him and the battle will be easily won. Sometimes I wonder if initiating you is the right thing to do.
What do you mean? Am I not ready?
No, you're ready, Zachariah. With that, there is no doubt. I worry about you and care for your happiness. This door... it is the same as that in our chapel. Accessible only to the combined energies of 2 Technomancers. Here lies the entrance, and beyond, the main room, where we must go.
For being so old, it's in great condition. What exactly, Master, is inside the dome?
Knowledge, Zach. The very essence creatures do not belong here. Their very presence is a danger to the relics. We must seek out their origin. I remember well the first time I came here. I was fascinated. I really thought I was part of an elite. I've become disillusioned since then. If all this knowledge indeed gives us some sort of power, we are still faced with so many obstacles that we can't do anything with it. It's more of a danger. This is the main room. The console over there. Activate it, and heed its work.
Witness registration, March 17th, 2076. Subject 12. The subject appears acclimatized, pulse elevated but steady, unaffected by any visible health concerns. James, how do you feel?
Great! So alive! My heart's racing, and I feel I can take on the world. And I'm being honest here, it's a bit overwhelming.
Subject's self-report is consistent and substantiated with our measurements of human liver subjects, all of whom produce EEGs indicating activity levels acutely higher than any ever associated with a human not subjected to the mutation. The only adverse side effect, it appears, is the near tenfold increase in corporeal and cerebral electricity. Dangerous levels that will necessitate the urgent invention of a device capable of evacuating such surplus in order to avoid subject injury.
This man, talking about technomancy, about mutations, as if... I can't believe.
And yet it still might be so. This recording dates to the first settlers. Speaks of the first Technomancers. Shocking, perhaps? Where did you think our abilities came from? A divine power?
I don't... but we have no physical signs of mutation, and I don't know any mutant that has our gifts.
And why should any of those things matter? Might not our mutation simply be of a different form? This brings us to the most important point. What you have seen unifies us, unifies the Technomancers. This secret must be kept from all other humans. If this information was discovered by, say, the ASC, we would become nothing but slaves. Our situation is already incredibly undesirable. We are not only isolated, but used as human bombs. Take a walk by the mutant pen in the slums one day. That is what our lives could have been. Don't be dismayed. I have been through this as well, so have all the other Technomancer officers in abundance. Knowledge of this revelation makes you one of us now, more so than your skills. But now is time to deal with the creatures infesting the dome. It would be a real shame if the installations here are damaged, for we will no longer be able to hold initiation trials here.
Yes. Yes, of course, Master. I haven't found an opening yet, so... they must have reached lower in the dome.
Then that's where we must go. I will divert the attention of these creatures. At the base of the dome, you will find out. This swarm here must have found a passage.
I'm on it.
who bore witness to the secret with your own eyes, who knows in your heart of hearts that the revelation that he bears is true, and who has understood that this knowledge could cast us into endless pits of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon the one you thought you were, and instead become our brother, Zachariah Mancer. Together we have shared the water and secret. Can you swear to forever protect the knowledge of the Earth and to dedicate your life to finding it again? To defend and protect our secret, even with the sacrifice of your life, if need be?
I swear.
Then, welcome, my brother.
I know you must be troubled by what you've learned, and I assure you that it's no less troubling to me. But be proud of what you are, and know, no matter what, we are by your side. And that this initiation, as horrid as it may be, makes you forever our brother.
You showed the courage of lions beneath the dome, and for it, you have been made an officer. So I imagine, now that you no longer need my guidance, it will send me elsewhere, with the great and endless pride of having been your teacher over these few years.
The honor was mine, Master.
No, not Master. It's just Sean now.
Go. Take your assignment as an officer. Count the blessings you've amounted, those that allowed you to avoid the front thus far. Captain Eliza is waiting in the barracks. She's harsh, but fair. But before you find her, we all know the regulations. Technomancers get no leave from the front in times of war. So being here, I can't even sneeze without a report being written up. But you have a free pass. I need you to go to the exchange district for me. There's an itinerant merchant there who was supposed to arrive yesterday. Just meet with him. The merchants have no ties to abundance and travel among us like shadows. They hear things, whispered things, and pay people to forget they are there. I'm looking for information on any archaeological discoveries that could expose the Earthlings. Information that would help protect our secret. Ask him if they've heard of any such finds.
Yes, Great Master, as you wish.
Good, Zachariah. But take care that not a single soul knows what you're after. Not a single soul can hear your exchange with the merchants.
Great Master said the caravan would be right here, but the stand looks like it's been deserted. I'll question the neighboring merchants.
Mr. Mancer, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Big on weaponry, I hope? What can I get you?
I was expecting a caravan in the stall next door.
to buy a few things.
They arrived yesterday, but truth be told, I think they found some trouble. I wasn't there when it happened, but from what I heard, some people were looking to talk. Then talking turned to shouting, and after that, they were seen down in the slums. I hear, and then they were dragged into some warehouse. Whatever they did, they're in big trouble now. If you're looking to help them, you better find them fast.
See the Technomancer? Shh, everyone's...
Hello?
Hello. Looking for some medicine? Drugs? Ingredients, maybe?
Can you help me? I'm looking for any information on the caravan that sets up in the stall over there.
I don't know. My memory sometimes needs incentive to remember.
How about this? You tell me what you know, or you'll find yourself in a room with others who'll be a little bit more assertive in their efforts to refresh your memory.
All right, already. Fine. I'll tell you what I know, but at great risk to my own ass. You've heard the tale of the Vori, of the underworld. So these overpriced foreign merchants did something to piss them off. Didn't pay their rite of passage or protection serum or something. Whatever the hell it was. They were kidnapped. That's all I know. Where they are, or even if they're still alive, I haven't the damnedest clue. For that, you'll have to ask the Vori. Now do Joe a favor. Take this herb and get the hell out before you raise suspicions. Hello there. Feel free to browse.
I'm looking for a little information. Maybe you could help me.
If it's information regarding my merchandise, I'm a fountain of knowledge. If it's in regards to anything else, I'm afraid I have little to offer.
I'm looking for a little information. Maybe you could help me.
If it's information regarding my merchandise...
I can't take this anymore. I don't even have enough to feed my kids. My job beats a damn boring more than my own family.
Sorry, pal. Nobody enters this office if they got no pass.
That right, pal? I'm an officer and a technomancer, and I'm here to see Anton Rogue. Think you should let me in.
You even know who Anton Rogue is? He's the big fucking balls here. The boss. I don't care if you're a damn general. Get the hell out of here.
I'm clearly just gonna have to show myself in.
Come on, guys, let's get him!
Look what the cat dragged in. The prodigal son. A diamond in the rough, risen from poor street trash to the godlike ranks of Technomancer. Now tell me, why am I so lucky to be in your presence?
I'm looking for a caravan of merchants. They were supposed to be in the exchange. Word is they were escorted to the slums, and you may know something about it.
Yeah, rude little men. My town, my streets. Uninvited competition who lack even the common decency to offer a little token of grace in exchange for their presence. If you're ready to settle their debts, I'd be happy to usher them back home.
These merchants were involved in some outside business that requires interrogation as soon as possible. You can either help me find them, or we can always turn our attention towards your business affairs. Your call, Anton.
I hear your threat, Mancer, but well, serum is serum. And I'd rather deal with you than swallow the debt those outcasts owe me. It's just business. Pay their debt, and I'll help. Don't, and I'm happy to just show you the door.
Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of paying other people's debts.
Then I'm afraid this conversation's over. Pity, really. Could have been mutually beneficial. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on your way out.
What do you think of our army?
You're a hard one to peg, rogue. Why would you care what I think? But sure, why not? Just a little friendly conversation. Abundance and its generals are like a once vibrant tree that has long since withered away. Its leaves dried up,
but still clinging to the branches of memories stretching from the trunk of its faded but glorious past. Strangled by its own ancient and outmoded bureaucracy, all the while Aurora's strength blossoms from the aggressive dynamics of its youth. But I'm sure it will all work itself out in time. If not on the battlefield, then undoubtedly in offices like these, and of our dear Colonel Victor.
What's your opinion of Technomancers?
I'll try to tread lightly with this, Mancer. Unfortunately for Abundance, you're becoming relics, a dying breed, due to the disgraceful misuse of what could very well be one of its greatest, though misspent, assets. On the battlefield alone, for sure, the brute force of you Technomancers is unmatched. And when coupled with the fact that you're the keepers of terrestrial knowledge, it's a combination quite capable of reducing empires to faded memories, isn't it?
What do you know about the Resistance?
Enough to handle my own business unimpeded. We don't think that they are any danger. They're an occasional client when they're in need of weapons or explosives. Their biggest strength comes from how deeply underestimated they are. Ever stepped in a puddle that turned out to be a ditch? Not pleasant.
What about the ASC? What can you tell me?
Nothing you don't already need to know. Little happens that they don't see or hear, and their colonel's control over Abundance grows with each passing day. I'm not telling you anything else for free.
What's the deal with the mutant pen?
Well, well. Aren't we just the little inquisitive student today? So eager to learn. So full of questions. Even for mutants, it's unbearably inhuman. Piled into a pen in conditions that I guarantee will, in time, foster revolt. Despite what some profess, they're far from mindless. And thought-fueled with rage is a dangerous, dangerous little thing.
What's the word on the Curiosities?
It'd be a nice place if you could scrub away the filth and grime and trash, and somehow diffuse the tensions between the anarchist ASC spies and members of our family that boil over. Other than that, though, a charming place. Seriously, though, the hodgepodge of personalities can run their streets with more blood than those arena brawls they're so fond of, which, I'd imagine, would revel in a Mancer brawler, if you ever wanted to try your hand.
What can you tell me about the Exchange?
Lovely place, and the only neighborhood open to outcast merchants and business of all kinds. I'd live there permanently in a heartbeat, if it wasn't for the stranglehold of surveillance that suffocates its streets like a well-placed pillow.
How acquainted are you with the slums?
Well acquainted, as I'm sure you are as well, am I right? You've come a long way from your roots among those pickpockets and thieves who give those streets their dirty little charm. But for those willing to work hard enough to ascend from that filth, there's opportunity to rise. Even to the esteemed and glorious heights of a Technomancer, I hear.
What do you know about the Underworks?
A labyrinth of tunnels infested with filthy little beasts. And unless you're simply looking for a place to escape from the lovingly prying eyes of our motherland, it's more just a place of transit and storage than one where you'd want to plant your roots or even rest your head, unless you're looking to lose it.
I gotta go.
Then go.